Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of that girl who's been ignoring you. You know the one, you like her, but she's acting distant. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's going through her mind and show you a proven strategy to shift the dynamic so she starts chasing you. 1. Why she's ignoring you. When a woman ignores you, it's rarely just about you. Most men assume she's testing them, but let's clear that up. She only tests men she's already interested in. If she's ignoring you from the start, it likely means you didn't trigger enough emotional intrigue. In most cases, she's already made a quiet decision. You're not a priority. That might sound harsh, but it's empowering when you realize the truth. Chasing her in this state only worsens your chances. It tells her you're low value, and women can sense when you're desperate for validation. Think about it. High-value men don't try to force attention from women who ignore them. They shift their energy elsewhere. So the next time you're sitting there overthinking why she's not texting back or why she left your message on read, remember this. Women don't ignore men they're excited by. If she's not responding, your approach didn't ignite that spark. The solution isn't to try harder. It's to reframe yourself into a man she wants to pay attention to. That starts with reclaiming your time, self-respect, and attention. If she's ignoring you now, let her. You're not here to beg for validation. You're here to evolve into a man who naturally attracts it. Don't chase, don't plead, don't perform. Upgrade yourself and make her wish she never faded into the background. 2. The mistake most men make. When most guys get ignored, their first reaction is panic. They start thinking, maybe she didn't see my message. Maybe I need to try again. Maybe I should say something clever this time. That mindset is your downfall. The second you start trying to prove your worth to a woman who's already pulled away, you become invisible. Why? Because high-value men don't chase, especially not someone who's showing disinterest. One of the biggest mistakes I made in the past was trying to fake having options. I thought if I told a few white lies, acted like I was talking to other women, posted mysterious stories, or dropped a few ex-girlfriend references, it would spark jealousy. It didn't. It just made me look insecure and transparent. Women can feel when you're faking confidence. Real attraction comes when you don't need to perform. You're just grounded, focused on your mission, and respectful of your own value. When you operate from that space, you automatically trigger a different reaction from women. The ones who ignored you, some will come back, others won't. But the key is this. You'll stop caring because you'll be too busy building a life that attracts genuine connection, not forced attention. Never try to convince a woman to like you. If you have to sell yourself, she's not buying. Let her go, improve your posture, your discipline, your energy, and let that speak louder than any text message ever could. 3. Don't fake value, display it. Pretending to be high value is a dead end. The truth is, you don't need to lie or play mind games to come across as a man with options. What women respond to is behavior, not stories. A man with genuine value doesn't need to prove anything. His presence, tone, and decisions speak louder than any flex or Instagram post ever could. So how do you display value without saying a word? It's simple. You don't chase, you qualify. You set standards. You treat her like a human, not a goddess you're desperate to impress. This immediately shifts the frame. Most guys give women their full attention without requiring anything in return. That's a losing game. If you're going to invest your time, energy, and presence into a woman, she should meet your standards too. That's not arrogance, it's self-respect. Ask yourself, what kind of woman do I want? What qualities matter to me? When you lead with that mindset, you naturally behave like a man who has options, even if you're single. And women feel that. It's not about pretending to be surrounded by women. It's about moving through life with the quiet confidence that you're the prize. When you stop trying to impress and start evaluating who's worth your attention, you flip the script. Now she's wondering if she measures up. And that subtle shift? That's the moment attraction begins. 4. The power of qualification. Qualifying is a psychological power move most men never use. Instead of chasing her, you flip the dynamic. She starts chasing your approval. This isn't manipulation, it's self-respect in action. Qualification works by inviting her to prove she's worth your attention. And when done right, it changes everything. Most guys try to win a woman over by showing off, over-complimenting, or agreeing with everything she says. That's not attraction, that's validation seeking. The moment you qualify a woman, you communicate something silently powerful. I don't give my energy to just anyone. You have to meet my standard. For example, instead of saying, "You're so beautiful," you might say, "You've got a chill energy. I like that. What would your friends say is your best trait?" This flips the frame. Now she's trying to impress you. She's investing. And the more she invests, the more she values the connection. Here's the secret. Women respect men who don't just roll out the red carpet automatically. When you ask her to share something meaningful about herself, you're showing that your interest goes deeper than looks. That's attractive. It feels different to her. Because in a world full of guys who just want attention, you stand out as the man who values substance over surface. That's when she starts thinking, he's different. He's not like the others. And once that seed is planted, it grows into powerful attraction. 5. Self-fulfilling frame. Influence her identity. There's a subtle tactic that flips the attraction switch without saying anything overly flashy, and it's called the self-fulfilling frame. Instead of asking her to qualify, you gently plant an identity into the conversation and let her live up to it. Let me explain. If you say to a woman, "You seem like someone who's really grounded," it's refreshing. You're doing two powerful things. First, you're showing insight. And second, you're shaping the way she sees herself around you. That's influence. People have a deep desire to stay consistent with how they're perceived, especially by someone they respect. So when you reflect a positive trait onto her, and she agrees with it, she'll subconsciously start behaving that way in your presence. That's the magic. But it only works if it's authentic. Don't throw out generic lines. Tune into her energy. If she seems adventurous, say, "You feel like someone who doesn't settle. You always look for what's real. Is that true?" This makes her feel seen. And when a woman feels seen, not just for her looks, but for her essence, that connection becomes rare and addictive. Most guys only interact on the surface. But when you shape the emotional identity a woman experiences around you, you stop being just another guy. You become someone who awakens parts of her personality she wants to explore. That's attraction at a deeper emotional level, and it's unforgettable. Let me leave you with this. Attraction isn't built on what you say. It's built on how you carry yourself when no one's clapping, when no one's texting back, when silence fills the room. That's the moment that defines you. Not her reply, not her attention, but how you respond to being ignored. Most men collapse. They chase. They overthink. But a man of value, he stays grounded. He doesn't let her silence shake his worth. Because deep down, he knows something powerful. If she's not investing, he's not entertaining. He doesn't need to prove anything. His time, his energy, his attention, that's earned. Not given freely just because she looks good or once showed interest. And when you start living by that standard, everything shifts. You stop being reactive, you stop seeking closure, you stop needing constant validation. And here's the paradox. When you no longer need her attention, that's when you start getting it. Because women are drawn to men who value themselves above everything else, who walk away when respect isn't given, who remain silent not out of weakness but out of control. So if she's ignoring you, don't chase, don't beg, don't overanalyze. Just pull back, focus on your purpose, and let her come to terms with what she lost. Because a man who respects himself is a man she won't forget. And that is the most attractive thing of all. Stay stoic, stay focused, stay high value. Your silence is your power. Use it wisely.